here this morning with every expectation of giving him an A. But then I started looking at it, and I went down and I looked at, and Jenny read the stat, and I saw that they were 3 for 10 on third down. So I bumped him down to a B. And a B for him, and most quarterbacks would love to have a B. But I think because Mahomes has set the bar so high, Skip, you know, for the month, he had the highest passing month in NFL history. He passed for basically 400 yards a game in the month of November. And I think sometimes, Skip, when a guy doesn't put up those numbers every game, we think he's played bad. But it's not very many guys can throw for over 300 yards, 1 touchdown, not turn the football over, and we say, well, damn, he had a bad game. But, Skip, he was just 2 plays away. You think about it. Tyreek caught 2 touchdowns. I still don't know. Tyreek didn't even realize that he caught the ball. Because had he told Andy, I caught that ball, Andy's going to challenge it, and he's going to get a touchdown. And he caught another touchdown that got negated by a holding call.
Well, then that just doesn't count.
Which was, no, that's not what you're saying. You told me that when Tom Brady got those pass interferences, that could be an extra 30, 40 yards. Well, so, no, that's what you're saying.
That's pass interference.
Okay.
That's different. A hold, maybe he would have gotten sacked on that play.
Skip, that man wasn't going to get sacked.
Well, how do you know?
Because
I don't know.
Because the guy wasn't even close to sacking him. You saw it.
I don't know.
You saw the one they called on Shelby Harris.
Okay. Well, it was a hold.
Even though, okay, I'm going to take that holding one out. But Tyreek caught it. That's 40-plus yards. So now all of a sudden, he's 365, 370, at 365, 360, 365 with 2 touchdowns, and we're probably looking at his stat line a lot differently. But the throws that he's able to make, Skip, the way he's able to get out of harm's way, and you know we got a few of those throws. There's not a whole lot of guys in the history of the game that's been able to contort his body, change his arm angles, moving left to right, and throw the ball as well as this kid can, Skip. You know that. You've covered the game. You've covered the game for 40 years. Look at this throw right here, Skip. You're not supposed to be able to do this. Why are you? How is he able to? Look at this one, Skip. Now this is third down. We don't want to stop the clock. Hit Travis Kelce with the side, and look at this right. Skip, look at this. He's special, but I'm gonna give him a B because, and also I'm giving him a B, Skip, because of the red zone. The Broncos are a very good red zone defensive team. I think they're top 5 in red zone defense. And Vic Fangio did a great job of calling scheming Patrick Mahomes. And what people don't understand, Skip, it's a lot harder when you're an explosive offense to score in the red zone because you run out of room. Tyreek, what are you going to do, catch a ball in the 14th row? So the field gets condensed, and so you have to be precise. The Broncos did a great job. Fangio and they do a great job of this. They lead the league in this, Skip, of batting down passes. They're like, we're not going to get there. Get your hands up. And they knocked down 3 passes that looked like were going to be completions and probably touchdowns. But I gave him a B. And for a guy that has 3,800 yards, 31 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he only can get a B from me.
Interesting. So, because I'm in a good mood today, and I think Patrick Mahomes is really a good kid, I'm going to give him a C+
Man,
today.
you know what? I can't with you. I mean, you need to stop grading.
So I need somebody across the table for me to explain to me how the greatest thrower of the football ever, says you, Patrick Mahomes, with the 2 best weapons, not one, but the 2 best weapons in all of pro football, says me, and obviously Kelce and Tyreek, against a defense coming into this game, Denver's defense that ranked 24th in points allowed. How did you have to scratch and claw to get all the way up to 22 points? Because,
Skip, you look at what look at the month. They like, okay, they had to go division opponent, and Las Vegas Raiders came down. Now you go on the road and you go to Tampa. Okay, you get Broncos sandwiched in there. You're like, oh, we got these guys. Even though it's a division opponent, we got these guys. And now they're back on the road again. Where, Skip? Miami and New Orleans. So clearly they were like, oh, man.
Looking ahead.
But they got it.
Over a division opponent, a team, a franchise for which you used to play.
I did.
And you used to hate Kansas City. Now you love Kansas City.
No. I don't love Kansas City, but my homeboy.
My homeboy last night gets a C+ because, to your point, he and his offense went 3 of 10 on third down. At Denver against this same defense, they went 0 for 8 on third down. So this transcendent thrower of the football, greatest thrower of the football ever, This year went 3 for 18 on third down against the Denver Broncos, ranked 24th in points allowed. Is that good?
No, it's not.
That's kind of scary bad to me, right?
But did you win the game?
Huh.
Now, hold on. Skip Bayless, this is why your teacher certification will get revoked by the end of the show. Because last week, you gave Tom Brady a B+ with a loss and 2 INTs. That's what you did. You gave him a B+. My homeboy won. He didn't turn the ball over, 300 and a touchdown, and you give him a C+. That's why your teacher certification will be.
Tom Brady had the ball for only 23 minutes to Patrick Mahomes' 37 minutes last week. And Brady, in just 23 minutes, threw for 369. It's outrageous. It's off the charts.
But he turned the ball over, and he lost. So a loss automatically bumps you down.
We're talking about your guy.
He's great.
Let's continue to look at your guy.
Okay.
Last night, I don't know how, but Patrick Mahomes, maybe thanks to Andy Reid, went 0 for 4 in the red zone. Couldn't score a single touchdown in the red zone.
No.
And the Tyreek pass was from 40 yards, so it wasn't even a red zone pass that he caught without knowing he caught it. I've never heard of that before. I've never heard a receiver didn't even know he caught the ball. That's a first. That's in all my years. I've never heard of it. They always, at least they think they caught it, or they know they caught it.
How many times, Skip, have we seen them lie to the coach challenge it, and come to find out you dropped the ball?
Okay. So at Tampa, Mahomes' offense was 0 for 3 in the red zone. So that means in the last 2 games in the red zone, the greatest thrower of the football ever is 0 for 7 scoring touchdowns in the red zone. Is that good?
No, that's not good. But Skip, you know what? Also, here's also a thing. Is that sometimes when you get these historically great quarterbacks, you forget that you can run the football. You know, they had 22 attempts for 134 yards, 6.1 a carry. The same thing that almost bit Green Bay in the butt. Skip, you remember Green Bay, they just cruised along and Aaron just throwing. Now, all of a sudden, they get a touchdown. Jalen Hurts throws the touchdown.
Yep.
Rodgers come back on the field, 3 passes, they go 3 and out. They get the punt return for a touchdown. Now we got a ball game. What they do? Hand it off to Aaron Jones, and he go hit his head on the goalpost.
So continuing on my point, would you believe that Patrick Mahomes' offense this year, for the whole year, in the red zone, is 57%? It's not very good because that ranks 24th in the NFL.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Well, Skip,
that's not very good.
Do you realize if they were let's just say they were top 10 in the red zone, they would average probably 45 points. Skip, you can't have everything.
Oh, okay. So what do we see from Patrick Mahomes over the last 4 games?
Tell me his numbers. Tell me his numbers. Go tell me his numbers.
We're talking about the wins.
Okay, yeah, good.
So he won by 2 at home over Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay.
And then at Las Vegas, he barely won by 4 with a late touchdown. I'll give you that. Then at Tampa Bay, he pulled it out by 3.
Yeah.
And then last night, he beat the 24th ranked defense in points allowed by 6. That means 4 straight games you've averaged winning the game by 3.8 points per game. That is not great. What happened? I thought he was the god.
I thought the objective was to win the game.
Wow.
So
this team is really struggling. I give you the record, but man, they are struggling to win these games. With Patrick Mahomes.
You know this is not the Euro League where you get added bonuses if you win by more goals than not. That's not how it works in football. A win is a win.
All I know is over my many years of watching, studying, covering pro football, this young man gets away with more nonchalant risks than any quarterback I have ever seen.
What risk he takes?
It's all this, I'm going to throw it sideways. I'm not going to look. I'm going to be running over here. I'm going to flip it over there. He gets away with things that are going to come back to haunt him over time because he got away with the throw with about 10, 20 left in that game.
What kind of throw was it?
We could see it. He throws one over the middle to Kelsey. He forces the ball to Kelsey like crazy, and Kareem Jackson cuts right in front and should have had it, and he's out of his mind. That would have changed that game. That was a 3-point game right there. It's just a bad idea because he's just sitting on it because they know he's going to throw it to Kelsey come hell or high water.
Yes.
He's just going to fire it to Kelsey any way, shape, or form because Kelsey is extraordinary. Kelsey will catch any and everything.
Here's the thing, though, Skip. This kid gets another Super Bowl, Kelsey. He's going to have a compelling case as being the GOAT tight end.
Well, all I know is that pass right there reminded me a whole lot of the 2 interceptions he threw late in the third quarter and early in the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl.
They remind me of the Super Bowl. They remind me of the 2 interceptions your guy threw last week. The 2 interceptions your guy threw last week that helped us win the game.
My guy's 6 out of 9 Super Bowls. Game over.
No. See? You see what you did, Skip?
Yeah,
now, everybody else, now, Skip Bayless tells me everybody else has to update their resume. Patrick Mahomes needs to update his resume. Aaron Rodgers needs to update his resume. But only Tom Brady gets to live in the past of winning 6 Super Bowls. When is he going to update his resume?
I just made a compelling case that my homeboy is being wildly overrated by somebody across the table.
If you don't mind me asking, Skip, you love the Bible. The Bible for you is QBR. Can you tell the people at home, because I'm not so sure my notes is correct, who leads the NFL in QBR this season?
Yep.
No. Yep, that's not his name. Well, who leads the NFL in QBR, Skip?
Red zone? Shaky.
Skip, who leads
He does.
Who is he?
Yeah, your guy.
No. What is my guy's name?
Yeah.
Say his name.
I don't need to say it.
Oh, so now you Destiny Child. You won't even say the girl's name.
0 for 7 in the red zone over the last 2
Say
games.
his name.
3.8 points a game margin.
If you don't
in the
mind me
last 4
asking,
games.
hold on.
Say his name.
Hold on.
Say his name. Who is that guy?
If I'm not mistaken.
The guy who's 3 for 18 on third down against the Broncos?
The last 4
I'll say his name is Patrick Mahomes. Thank you.
You say the last 4 games, he's what? His margin of victory is what?
3.8 points a game.
No. Okay, take the 3.8 in last 4 games. Now, what you say in the middle? Margin of victory. That's what we care about. We don't care about anything else.
Yep.
Victory.
All
That's how we do it.
We said his name. We're moving on. Are the New York Giants actually